Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is JayLeesCorner. Happy Wednesday. Wait, it's Wednesday, right? Yes, happy Wednesday to everyone. I hope y'all had a good day. It was freezing today, so much so I forgot to put my shirt on. Okay, but y'all make sure, okay, to like this video, okay? Y'all make sure to subscribe to my channel and comment in the comment section. You have to at least say hi. You can't come in here and be in the corner, on the corner with us, and don't at least say hi to the people. Okay, now if you driving, keep your hands on the road. Okay, but if you were stationary, you can at least be like, "Hey, Jaylee, how you doing, Jaylee?" And I say, "I am doing great." Okay, so we have things to get into because people was passing out. People put a book out and said they was groomed. Okay, Tiger is pill addiction. Okay, people losing virginity and houses being violated, and all these things going on. So y'all make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Now I just realized I had a brown and white theme on Monday. I did not realize that because I did not look at the last thumbnail. So yeah, any thumbnail I do. I try to make them be different, but y'all, look, I didn't even know. Okay, but y'all go watch the old videos. Okay, I'm gonna try to promote things in color because I'm like, well, girls, the same color skin. You can't have the same color skin, but your browns and whites and tans and whatnot, and we good. I'm here where I'm at. Hey, y'all, how y'all doing? Okay, let me take my hair. Okay, I can be nice and I'll put it down for a second. Mainly because I don't have my fan blowing high, so maybe the hair won't blow on me or whatever. And that way also I can get my money's worth out of my hair being down for the next 2 days. But my nose is still running, which is crazy. I really must have used that damn Flonase too much because if I hold my head down too long, child. Just a little nose running. Little nose running something. I think late at night. Anyway, how y'all doing? Okay. How is everyone? Okay. Come in, good vibes only, good vibes only. That's all we have to get. Okay. Good vibes only. If you don't like that, get the fuck out. I don't know what else to say. But how y'all doing? How was everyone? Yeah, a whole little chocolate vibe. Okay. And look, I didn't remember. I didn't remember. But that, you know what, that happens when you make it child. I don't want you paying no attention. Not until I was like, oh Lord, same color scheme. Okay. I so much so I might do all new pictures after the live is ended. But it's okay. At least the pictures is different. So hey y'all, how y'all doing? I bit my cheek. I bit my the side of my cheek. So it's really, really weird. Okay. But I'm like, yeah, okay, like y'all make sure to get, like, comment, share, subscribe, and all of that good stuff that I ask y'all to do every single time around here. Hey, hey, hey. I also got my ice stuck, so I'm gonna be pouring this water and hoping to God it don't spill on my shirt because the ice is frozen with the water. Hold on. See? All that water would have been all right here. Okay. Like the video and stuff. Okay. Comment and subscribe. No, my. Child, look, I was like, when I was looking at the topics for today, and I was like, I've been seeing some discourse online, right? I was like seeing people not wanting to fully address the Brandy Wanya stuff. Okay. I'm like, okay. I put a little video up on TikTok with my little opinions earlier today. I was going to also share that to YouTube, but I remember I'm going to be live tonight, so I can discuss it now. Now, I tried my best to put the topics in order because I was just saving stuff and not paying attention and saving stuff and not paying attention. So we're gonna hope and pray that my save stuff is in some kind of order. Y'all know we got a lot of weird things that be going on with the peoples to the regular folk around here, but we're gonna leave that be. But let's already start getting into the stuff because look, I don't want to be here till midnight. I don't want to be here for 3 hours. Okay, I wanted to. Oh, so I want y'all to acknowledge my skills because that's not Wanye's body, and that's also not Tiger Woods' body. I had to use Wanye and Tiger Woods' head on some random men's bodies because one, I don't think Tiger Woods wears suits. Tiger Woods was out here in all golfing gear. Okay, even the times he was in suits, he still looked like he was on a golf course. Okay, so I could not find a matching suit for Tiger, so I just had to use his head, and that's a white man body. And then for Wanye Morris, okay, I couldn't find nothing of him even recently. Most of his stuff was like from back in the day. And that's his head from recently or whatever. But I said, girl, but I was happy to know that I was able to make their heads fit on someone's body. Okay. Now I seen a couple of comments. Hold on. Did anyone? Yes, I look. I picked up the book. Ugh, yeah. Okay. I ordered the book yesterday. I This is the thing. I thought I pre-ordered this and I guess I didn't. I think I don't know what happened. I'm not sure. Because I was like, wait a minute, Brandy book came out. Why don't I have? I'm like, I'm like, oh, you never, did an order for it or whatever. So I ordered it quickly on Amazon. Okay, I'm gonna read it because I'm off Friday. I'm gonna read it. It's some pictures in here. Oh, look at the little baby. Look at the little baby. Okay, there's a couple pictures around here. Okay. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay. So I'm gonna read it over the week. Look. I gotta go to work, but I'm off. So I'm gonna probably start reading it on Friday, and I'm going to review it, and the review will be up probably maybe on Monday. But I'm like, it's for me. People, we're gonna get into Brandy, her book, and some comments she made. Okay, but again, yes, I picked it up. I thought about getting it on audio, but I said nah, get it. And I like a good hard copy book. I do. I have somebody else. I got a whole library. Okay, so we're gonna get into the book, and I'm gonna review it, but we're gonna discuss what she said that's on the social medias and whatnot. Okay, yes, he's a thick neck, and I had to slim down his neck. Okay, his neck is thicker than that. Okay. I said he's a thick neck little bastard. And I feel like we've heard things about Wanya in the past, and Wanya thick neck Morris. I feel like this adds a little bit more to what is going on. Okay, but let's get into the things, okay? Because I had a long day at work, y'all. I had a long day at work. Okay, but I'm here with y'all. We're gonna have a good time. Again, I got things to get into, Some things are random, some things are specific or whatever. But y'all know we have to start with the crazy people first. Now, where do I want to start? Oh, Chick-fil-A. Let's start here. Okay. Now, first of all, y'all know I am a firm believer. You can't be at your job on social media in your job uniform acting up. Okay? Because if your job sees you, they can fire you. Okay? So they say, is this too harsh? Chick-fil-A reportedly fired a group of employees for throwing their fun bags in the store after it closed. Now, first of all, nobody should be at work shaking their titties because you're at work and shaking. Unless you are a nighttime ballerina, there is no reason for you to be at work shaking your tatas. Okay? Even I know that. Oh, no music, child. No music. So they at the thing, okay, shaking tatas, okay, and titties all up in the Chick-fil-A. Now, look, you people have to know, even if you be at work having fun, you don't always have to post it on social media if you are in your work uniform. Okay, and ain't Chick-fil-A supposed to be like a gospel Jesus fearing chicken place? I don't eat that too much or whatever. It didn't supposed to me, but I'm like, now why would y'all do that? Why would y'all shake your titties on the camera? Why would y'all put your titties on the camera at the job, showing the ketchup and the special sauce? Okay, showing the mop, showing the stove and the fryer. Why would y'all do that? Okay, the Christian founded and operated companies making headlines for firing workers for participating in a TikTok trend while on the clock. Okay, the video posted by somebody on TikTok. You can see employees bouncing their chest to New Orleans bounce remix of One Mingo and top of the car by DJ Vic while in uniform in the store. Again, you should not do none of that. Okay, you should not do none of that. Even when I'm at work, y'all know I rarely post at work. If I do, you can't see my job. You can't see nothing besides me and maybe the wall. Okay, you stupid. Okay, the girls in the video were fired in the days after they began gaining views online, despite their claim the day was closed. You can't film yourself in your work uniform shaking titties. I really think that's the point. If they were just in the restaurant in their own shirt and their own outfit, it may be different. But the Chick-fil-A sign behind y'all are gyrating, okay, and shimmying all up and through. And even if the store is closed, you're not supposed to use the company place to shoot videos unless you have permission. Okay. The video got about 6 million views. Okay, and Chick-fil-A said, hell no, not on my watch. You can't be here shaking titties. At least shake your titty to a Jesus song. Shake your titty to Stomp by Kurt Franklin. Okay. But you should never, I don't know what, but young people be stupid. Okay. Well, back in my day, when I was young and maybe a little bit dumb, we didn't have social media. So we could, child, look. Y'all know I've lived. That's not a secret, okay? But you know, have I ever done something at work that wasn't work related with somebody? Yes, I have. Okay. However, I was never dumb enough to record it or to post it anywhere. Okay. And if I do post anything anywhere, you at least will never see the name of my job. You won't see any signage. You won't see any name. Like, you won't see any of that. Okay. No one know where I work. And I'm gonna leave it that way. Because you do want to keep your social media life separate from your TikTok titty shaking life. Okay. So am I upset they got fired? No. Because you should be smart enough to know, hey, at least don't shake the titties in the Jesus Chicken Shack to the secular music. Hey, shaking titties to Stomp. Okay, Stomp by Kurt Franklin. The God in Me by Mary. Okay, Take Me to the King by Tamala May. Okay, Take Me to the King. I don't speed it up, put a bounce beat to it. But I'm like, what y'all doing? Okay, I just, as an adult, I realize it's certain things you can't do at work because it ain't work. Okay, so they got fired. Oh well, y'all fault. Okay, people being dumb. Now I don't know why people be dying. I am too scared to dine and that, because what if they catch me? Can you imagine? You are now on social media because you dine and dash. Are you that broke? Are you that petty? I don't know this music. Okay, so a owner of the restaurant called out couples who dined and dash and stole a whole drink. No, they stole what? Not girl. You picked up. Hold on. Okay, this is what's crazy. Okay, you can see friends like, girl, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Bitch, girl, I gotta go. No, I can't. Girl, I'm leaving. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. Friend said, you done stole the damn canister of liquor. Okay, you done stole the damn the. Now, technically, I have been at a restaurant. Okay, and I have taken a glass or two. Okay, I think I took a whole margarita mixer. I have a Patron margarita mixer in my cabinet from a restaurant. I said, yeah, and I think it's because I had bad service. I said, okay, fine. And I think it's from Chili's. I think about 5 or 6 years ago, pre-COVID, 2018, 2019, I believe from Chili's, I took the Patron margarita mixer because it's in my cabinet right now. But it wasn't as if I still paid for my meal. I paid my bill. Okay. You can't dine and dash and steal the drink holder from the thing. Okay. And so this is what we have to deal with being a black business owner. People come and think they can do what they want. If you can afford to pay for at the restaurant, then just don't go. Stealing a Hulk is a carafe? It's petty. This is why Black restaurant owners have to get security and have higher prices to combat this behavior. Tag her, make her famous, and info. All those who do come support and do things the right way. We appreciate you. Again, this be the kicker. It's never worth the embarrassment. It's never worth being embarrassed in these streets that you are out here stealing food and drink from a restaurant. And the bill couldn't have been that. I mean, how was the bill? And again, you shouldn't. I am a firm believer in if your money low, stay home. Anyone who know they don't have the money to pay for food, and I'm gonna dine and dash, you broke, your friend broke, y'all some hoes. Okay, and it's dumb. Now you look dumb all on the news. Girl, that's my friend too, not my friend. Foolishness. Okay, are y'all drunk? 3 women. 3. Okay, uno, dos, tres. These 3 women right here. Okay, and this gonna sound real judgmental. When I see people with wigs like that pink one, I always feel like a mess. I feel like if you come around here with that kind of wig on, you is looking for trouble. Okay. Yeah. 3 women was out here arrested because they refused to pay for Frontier bag fee. And also then they kind of stormed the plane to get on the plane. And I'm like, if the people told you have to pay these fees for your bags and you can't get on the plane without paying said fee, what makes you think not paying the fee and running onto the plane is going to help you get flown somewhere? That's just stupid. You look good. You're not going to do nothing. Enjoy prison, baby.
This happened last night at MIA after 26-year-old Devonna Cochran, 21-year-old Deajana Cochran, and 30-year-old Nafisa Dockery refused to get off their Frontier flight. Now, according to the arrest reports, it all started after a Frontier worker told them they would have to pay for their baggage. Investigators say that they refused and then got into an argument with the employee. After the employee told them that they would not be allowed on the plane unless they paid for their baggage, they stormed onto the plane. Deputies were called, they went onto the plane, and they told the 3 of them that they had to get off. Well, the arrest report states that the deputies, they asked them multiple times, but they refused. Law enforcement was then forced to have the entire plane evacuate in order to arrest this trio. And during the struggle, deputies say that Dockery spit on a woman. And we showed Frontier passengers the video of the women being escorted off the plane. Here's the reaction.
It's really crazy.
I don't know what convinces people that you do know when you do dumb shit at the airport, they put you on the no-fly list. You're going to be arrested. That is a government location. Okay, it could be some sad shit. I don't know. You're on a no-fly list, at least for that airline, if not all flights. You can't storm an airplane. You can't bum rush an airplane. You cannot assume you can force your way to fly some fucking where for free, bitch. And it's just weird. It's weird. Hey, have a drink for me. It's so weird that people think that's the thing to do. Cause I'm like, why would y'all do that?
It's disturbing because why are you acting like this towards the workers? I mean, you know the rules and regulations. When you read the flight, they give you all the information, the rules. You know you're supposed to pay for baggage. Why act like this? That's insane.
And then for you to act a fucking fool that then causes them to have to get everybody else off the flight because your ass won't leave. I want to fight you now. Bitch, we're going to be beefing. Okay? So I don't understand folks who like fussing at the airport. Okay? It's stupid. The flight was late an hour because these 3 arrested.
The group is charged with battery, trespassing after a warning, and resisting an officer.
Jail. At least probation. It's weird. Now, also, I want to get into a little thing. I was on, I think, the Neighborhood Talk, and they had posted this girl's video. Okay, they had posted this girl's video because she posted. Okay, a girl called Around the Way Jan posted an issue she had with Southwest Air. Now, look, okay, we are going to have a big girl, big person conversation. Okay, and I am allowed to have an opinion. Okay, because I am a plus size woman, and my opinion is my opinion. Okay, I want y'all to watch this girl's video. I should have made a speed up version. So she said, matter of fact, hold on. She said, I've been flying Southwest for 13 years. Okay, 13 long years. Okay, and I ain't never had to pay for a second seat. Bitch, I ain't never had to do that. Okay, and all of a sudden, I took 3 flights this month alone. Okay, I ain't never had to pay for another seat. And then this guy gonna tell me, bitch, I have to pay for a second seat because I'm plus size. And that is discrimination. I'm paraphrasing. Okay, I'm paraphrasing. Now, okay, this is Miss Ma'am. Okay, Miss Ma'am was cute. Okay, Miss Little Sickums. Okay, good, good old weave. Okay, little hat, little boot, little purse. Okay, a plus size beauty. Okay, more cushion for the pushing. Okay, thick and whatnot. Okay, plus and the size. Okay, now no one is discussing how she look or nothing. I'm just making sure everyone is aware of Miss Ma'am's, how she looks. She looks good. Okay, okay. No judgment. Okay, I am also fully aware, as everyone else is, seats on planes, trains, and automobiles, okay, are not made for plus size folks, let alone just some bigger folks in general. Okay, you don't even have to be considered plus size for airplane seats, plane seats, or whatever to not fit your body. Okay, until they build new planes, until they make seats bigger. Okay, it is what it is. Okay, but this is her experience.
America Mayhem Supervisor.
Hi.
Yes, ma'am. How can we help?
I'm just trying to check my bag so I can get on my flight.
Okay, so
I'm being discriminated against, saying I can't fit into a seat. It is. I've never bought an extra seat for Southwest in 10 years that I've flown, y'all. I can fit into one seat comfortable.
I get that, and I have taken 3 Southwest flights in 3 weeks, and I've never bought a seat. And I pay for an in seat for a reason. And I also have pre-boarding because I have an ankle injury.
Yeah, unfortunately, you would have to charge.
No, sir.
I mean, we can refund you.
Sir, I got here comfortably.
So the man he's the supervisor, he said, look, unfortunately, our policy changed. We require, some people to pay for 2 seats. However, you can get a refund if you do not need the seat once you land. Okay. But this is our policy. She's saying discrimination. I don't need no second seat. I don't want no extra seat. I don't want to pay for no extra seat. Why do I need a new one? Now, I was like,
and I did not have to buy a seat. I've never had to buy a seat in 10 years. Y'all discriminating against me right now. And I have to get on this flight. I have to be at work at 10 o'clock.
So I'm confused. You're literally discriminating against me. And I flew here and I was fine. But you're singling me out. I'm just trying to check a bag. She looked at me and just assumed, and I can fit into a normal seat. I can get on the plane and show you. I'm confused. I didn't buy a seat coming here, so I'm confused.
So the issue I have is that what this means is some staff at the airport is picking and choosing who they say you need 2 seats versus you need 1 seat. Okay. Also, they are. I heard about the change in the shit. I heard about it on social media. I've heard about it, with people complaining. So I don't think it's an unknown change. Okay. I don't think it's an unknown change. But in my opinion, I'm not gonna fuss at the airport. Because if they're telling me you have to get a different seat. And if I know how the seats, this is the thing, it's not about if you can fit in the seat. Because most of us can fit in the seat. However, there may be some spillage over. There may be some uncomfortableness. Okay. I think that's their money hungry point. And I just don't feel the need to fuss with somebody as if I am not a plus size person and as if I do not know the seats are small. I rather say, fuck y'all, here, take the money, and when I land, get my refund. Okay, but she was upset saying it's discrimination, and I don't believe it's discrimination. Now, do they need to have a set standard, more guidelines, more guidance to who requires a second seat, when you can get a second seat? If they have rules to say if you did not need a second seat while coming, you don't need one going. I think that's what can go on. So I agree there needs to be better standards, better rules with it. But I'm not going to argue with the people at the line who tell me, hey, because we now have a rule that if we feel like you need more space because you're bigger, I'm not finna argue how big I am. Because I live with my body every day. I see the seats. I think there needs to be specific guidelines, but no one should have to argue in the damn line at the airport at this point. She was shocked, she was all upset and whatnot, fussed and fussed and fussed.
I've taken, you can see how many Southwest flights I've taken in 3 weeks. And I was just fine. I've just had surgery on my ankle and I had a pre-boarding. And I was just okay.
At this point, I don't want to waste my time. Yeah, look, child, they need stricter rules, but I feel like this is the thing. To me, who can argue if Serena Thick Hips Williams, when she was thicker, if they said, Serena, you a little bit thicker, okay, you got some hips on you, okay, I'm a fuss about that. Okay, I'm a fuss about, if I'm Serena Williams, if I'm built like Serena, I'm a fuss a little bit, okay. However, if it's me, I'm not finna fuss. Because I know, and again, my point is fitting in the seat ain't the point. Pieces of our body spills over, and that's just what it is. And if they start having child scales at the door, okay, if they start weighing people, say, okay, if you weigh, anyone who weigh over 150, okay, anyone who hips is wider than this, okay, I just feel like there's a better way to complain. The only reason I don't feel like it's discrimination because I'm like, the planes are already built. Do they still build new planes? You know what I'm saying? They would have to rebuild, redo new seats for the same way the theaters used to have those tight ass seats, and now the theaters have the recliners. They had to rebuild. They had to redo seats. the airplanes, the buses, all that shit would have to pull out all the old seats, get some bigger seats or whatever. Or case in point, bitch, fly first class. But when you in a regular, when you in coach, those little ass seats, they're little ass seats. They're little ass seats. Okay, so I had commented, right? Okay, I had because the neighborhood talker had posted her video. She then went to them and said, "Y'all didn't give permission to share my shit." So they took it down. Okay, they took it down because she complained about them using her video and whatnot. But before that happened, I had went and commented on it. Okay, and I said, in my opinion, okay, I said the plus size woman, if someone at the airport tells me that I need to buy another seat, I'm not finna fuss. Okay, at that airport, okay, mainly because I'm aware of my size. It's not discrimination in my opinion. Okay, it's their fucking policy. Okay, more than likely the other workers did not want to enforce policy because our point was no one asked me before now. I said they probably don't give. Some employees don't care. They don't want to fuss with us. Girl, go. Okay, if you squeeze in, I don't care. And Tokyo, okay, who used to be on Love Hip Hop or whatever, was like, "Oh, poor thing, you have really less society doing that on you." I said, "Bitch, wait, no, bitch, I wasn't even talking to you." My pet peeve is people I rarely comment on the blogs for this exact reason because I'm like, bitch, if I ain't talking to you, if I'm not talking to you, why are you replying to me, bitch? I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking about you. When I tell you I had like 88 replies, I'm like, oh, what y'all mad at me for? For my opinion for? I'm confused. So I said, well, first of all, you know what I'm saying? I haven't allowed anyone to do anything to me. Okay, my opinion is that it's my opinion, bitch. Do you let me do me? But I do not understand why people don't understand the seats are smaller. There's no airplane who was made seats smaller to charge us more money. The seats been the same fucking seats for years. That they've always been, the seats on everything is too small. In cars, on train, all of it's the same little ass seat. If you want more space, you upgrade. Okay, you go first class. Okay, you go, you do, but you can't be in coach being upset that they're saying, hey, your hips is thick, bitch. I know how thick my hips is. Okay, I'm aware. But it's so weird that people like to make this a discrimination issue when I don't think it is. But if you want to convince yourself that your hips can fit in a small space and you want to have them fucking indents in your thighs from the seats squishing, then do that. Okay, if you want to be uncomfortable sitting next to somebody and your arm is on their arm, when I go to the theater, I don't want anyone next to me. This is because I don't like folks next to me at all. Okay. If I'm on a plane flying somewhere, I'm gonna get me 2 seats. Even if I can fit in the one, I want 2, bitch, just in case. Okay, I might want to do this. I might just want to just do this. I can't if someone is next to me. So I was like, first of all, Miss Lady, it was not, in my opinion, it was not discrimination. Okay, I don't know why your whole was upset at my opinion. Because bitch, I ain't talking to y'all. Okay, and I said I will always take being comfortable in any space over forcing my body to fit in a smaller space just because, bitch, for what? But to be cheaper, girl, get some more money, ho. Anyway, if your thighs is squished in the seat, just get 2 seats. Or, you can wait till you lose some weight. That's fine too. But you can't be fussing about shit that don't make no sense. In my opinion, okay? It's weird. It's weird. Rude white people.
You don't. And you're just joined from the audio here, right? Yeah, should be. Let me see. Sorry. Mariah, did I make this up? No. 5 seconds. 1 second. You don't have to go far. You're just joined. Okay. Yeah, you're good. Okay. False alarm. No, it wasn't a false alarm. False negative. Sorry. Don't joke around. I'm serious about this. It was happening. I can't. I understand. I'm just saying I can't see it, sir. We're good. Thank you. Get out of my courtroom.
Not get out.
Fine case supervisor. Jesus Christ. Sick and tired of this bullshit today. Of course you don't.
I don't like people who are mean to staff members. I don't like folks. If you had an issue, with your computer and IT come and they say, oh, it's not an issue now. So whatever your issue was, I can't see it. How you pissed at them?
You're just joined from the audio here, right? Yeah, should be. Let me see. Sorry. Mariah, did I make this up? No. 5 seconds. 1 second. You don't have to go far. You're just joined. Okay. Yeah, you're good. Okay. False alarm. No, it wasn't a false alarm. False negative. Sorry. Don't joke around. I'm serious about this. It was happening. I can't. I understand. I'm just saying I can't see it, sir. We're good. Thank you. Get out of my courtroom.
First of all, I would say, well, fuck you too, bitch. I would probably have fired today.
Fine case supervisor. Jesus Christ. Sick and tired of this bullshit today.
Because you had an issue that they couldn't see. Oh, now he got to get out and you're going to snitch on him?
Not on my watch.
Look, you should not piss off IT. Because they can cause you to have all kind of problems. Or when you do have problems, they won't come help you quickly. If you think the IT department ain't conversating, not in a word, they're not, having conversations together about who they don't like or whatever, every time your shit is slow, they're not going to help you. Because why are you being mean to him saying, get out? Why I got to get out? But you called me here. I had a call IT last week because I did not have access to one of our drives. I'm like, I've been on here for an hour. It's not popping up. I don't know what happened. And sure enough, as soon as IT, logged into my thing, it was fixed. And I said, oh, I'm so sorry. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't working before, but thank you for helping me, even though you didn't need to help me. I don't know why judges, lawyers, paralegals, all y'all is assholes. And I hope they cut his Wi-Fi off. I hope all his court sessions on Zoom shows his penis and his penis is small. That's just what I hope. Okay. Speaking of jobs, okay, Oracle. What is Oracle? Oracle fired 30,000 employees. Okay. They fired 30,000 employees the same day, locked them out. Okay. This is supposedly the email. Okay. We are sharing some difficult news regarding your position. After careful consideration of Oracle's current business needs, we have made the decision to eliminate your role as part of a broader organizational change. As a result, today is your last bitch today. Today is your last day. Okay. We are grateful for your dedication, hard work, and the impact you have made during your time with us. Okay. After signing your termination paperwork, you will be eligible to receive a severance package subject to the terms and conditions of the severance plan. You will receive an email from DocuSign to your Oracle email address with details on your severance and termination date. Immediate action required. Okay. I said, now look, 30,000 people. 30. Okay. Tuesday morning, left all the workers like, bitch, what? First of all, if you email me that I'm fired, bitch, call me at home. Do not let me drive to work and then fire me. Okay. I wasted my gas. Okay, I wasted my gas. Okay. Let me see if it gives any more. Who was Oracle? Do I not know them? I don't know what they do, but I feel like firing 30,000 people at once is weird. Like that's a lot of people. Oh, he's the one trying to buy. Oh, okay. So he need the monies. He need the monies. The timing hit is really hard because access didn't last long after the measures came through. Systems, files, and internal tools were set to shut down almost immediately, which meant employees had a little time to process what had just happened before being fully cut off. I feel like if you know you are going to lay off 30,000 people, give them a week's notice because you didn't find out today. And I think the reason they do that because they don't want to give any employees time to sabotage shit. I think they know if we fire 30,000 people and if we tell them, hey, in 2 weeks, you'll lose your job. In a week, you lose your job. I think their thought process is if we give people a week, they could ruin everything. If we fire all of them at one time, quickly, no one has time to get pissed off and burn the bitch down. Okay, so 30,000 people is now out of work. Who was Oracle? I just want to Google them. What the Oracle? Oh, is there a software company? It's a software company. Oracle is an American multinational technology company headquartered in Austin, Texas. Okay, they be doing shit. What does Oracle do? What does it do? It say what it does. A complete suite of integrated cloud applications and cloud child. That's a whole lot of people. A whole lot of people. And when that many people are fired at once, it's going to affect so many people. And because, look, I remember when I used to work at this law firm back in 2004. Yeah, like 2003, 2004. I was a legal secretary, and they fired this one girl named Patricia, this Black girl, and when she was fired by one of the partners, and they allowed her to go back to her desk to clean up. She came back to her desk, and she had worked on all these files for cases coming up. And she came in, she took a black marker and she just started marking up stuff. She said, I've been working, it was a Friday, they fired her like towards the end of the day. So all the work she had been working on that week that they would have used for cases coming up, she said, hell no. Hell no. I'm doing all this shit. And the time it took for her to get from the 13th floor down to the 10th floor, and she was pissed when she came in, and I don't think anyone thought she would destroy paperwork. And from the time she walked in and she was destroying stuff, we didn't call anybody to tell her what she was doing. But one of the other paralegals had walked in and seen her, and then she called like, oh my God, he's down here. And she just was straight marking stuff up, tearing stuff up. I believe she also went onto the hard drive and deleted the copies of what she did. Because we can always just reprint what she did. And she went to her drives and she was like deleting the work she did all week. And she was like, they won't get my work for free. And so that reminds me of how I think some employers be like, you can't give them too much notice. You can't allow them, like, because we have a few locations for my company. And when they fire staff, you're not fired at your office. You have to go to our main location where our president is, like the president, CEO, all of them is okay. And because HR is there. So no one is fired at their location at all. And it reminded me of that because Patricia was pissed. She was pissed. But since then I've noticed, because now I'm in management. I wasn't in management back then. And so now, like, when they fire somebody, you have to go to our main hub and you go to HR and you're there to be fired. And that's it. Okay. You can't do that. My job has made the paper offer. Oh, really? $257? And again, this is the thing. If they tell you, like, who was it? Somewhere else where they said, if you know, hey, we are restructuring, okay, and so your job will be ending in 6 months. If you have time to prepare to either look for a new job or just know it's going to end, you know what I'm saying? I have to talk to you about that. I forgot to tell you about it earlier today. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. The most I'll say on here was people. It's a whole thing. But yes, she would have to go to our other office when she gets handled for sure. But if you are aware that you're getting let go, I don't. You know what I'm saying? You're aware of it. You can prepare for it. But when somebody be like, you know what, today you done, bitch. Okay, today is your last day. I mean, people may burn the house down. They may burn the house down. Because Patricia, for sure, I was cracking up because she was pissed off. And I'm like, there's nobody. And some jobs, that's why some jobs either follow you to your desk, they have security walk you in and out and whatnot, because no one wants to handle that. I think the last time at my current job where someone was let go, and this was when our HR department and our CEO was at my location, and that's why it was done there. And that's the last time they did that because she was pissed off too, and that was a couple years ago. But fire me from home. Okay, don't call me in the office, bitch. I don't want to be there. I don't have to be there. There's no reason for me to come in if you're letting me go. Okay, I don't want to do it, and you should not either. Okay, I feel like I don't want to get into none of the other weird shit. I don't. We can do it later. I want to stay here, okay? Because Stefon Diggs is a celebrity, but I want to touch on, y'all know. Look, hold on. Okay, I agree with that. Mainly because I feel like, I'm gonna say this one. Always be prepared, regardless of whatever. Because what you don't want to happen is you don't want to feel like they use me up and spit me out. But you also don't want to burn a bridge because you could be laid off and still given a great recommendation. Because my current boss left. She quit after having the baby. And she called me and she was like, hey, if you ever choose to leave, there, I'll be happy to do a recommendation for you. You're great, blah, 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 blah. Okay. So even if you are laid off, you don't want to burn the bridge in case you need a good ass recommendation. Because if you're laid off, they might bring you back, bitch, for something else. Okay. Don't burn the house down. Don't do that for no reason. That's just stupid. But some folk don't think like that. Some folk is pissed and they want to burn the shit down. Okay. Stefon Diggs. And y'all, what you know what's crazy? since Cardi and Stefon have broken up, you really haven't heard nothing about Stefon. Cardi B really do be having people more popular. Because I'm not, now I know because football season is over. Okay, so he's signed well, football season is over. He got dropped from his team. I'm just saying. But remember that a man accused Stefon Diggs of actual actual assault. Okay. Say the man sent people to beat me up. Okay, I got receipts.
After they stomped my face in, after they grabbed me out the elevator.
The man name was Chris Blake Griffin. Okay. He's still trying to sue Stefon for alleged actual assault.
Bit about my ankles, robbed me. I'm actively in court right now, directly with Stefon Diggs, and I'm actively in court right now with the building. There's video of these guys walking directly in the front of the building, the front door, wide open. You're supposed to have a keypad in order for that to happen. I lived on a floor that requires exclusive access. If you live on the 16th floor, you can't access the 18th floor. My code, if I live on the 16th floor, will work for my unit. It will work for the common areas, and it will work for the 16th floor. I can't access those other floors.
Also, Stefon is suing this man for defamation, for accusing him of the actual stuff. And the man is suing him for the actual stuff.
So the fact that they were at my floor, on my floor, for that of like 50 minutes to an hour, sitting outside my door, pacing up and down the floor, it ain't nothing but 8 to 10 units on the floor. I had 2 neighbors that have come forth saying that they went to security, told security that there's guys that look like hobos on our floor, you should look into it, and told me that had they looked into it, it wouldn't have happened. Not to mention when it occurred, one of the employees came up to my floor, prepared to open my door with a key in hand while I'm being held hostage after they stomped my face in, after they grabbed me out the elevator by my ankles, robbed me. The crazy thing about it is,
now this is the thing, if somebody beat you up and robbed you, do you have proof that it was Stefon people?
they stole an orange toiletry Goya bag from me. Part of the reason why I put the ICG on this bag and it's orange is because I'm in court so much these days. It's like I, Christopher Griffith, vows to tell the whole truth. Nothing but the truth, so help you God. That type of situation. But anyways, back to the topic. They snatched my orange Goya. When they snatched my orange Goya, there's nothing but chrome, all types of nonsense in it. They took that same one-of-one chrome heart shit and handed it directly to him. I'm watching this dude for the next 2 years walk Paris Fashion Week, walk Monday Night Football, walk Thursday Night Football, be outside in the offseason wearing pieces that I know for a fact one of one are mine.
Now, this is my question. If somebody beat you up and you tell the police, hey, the stuff that I was robbed for and was stolen from me, this person has it, wouldn't they have to go to Stefon and say, give it the stuff? And can't they like track that kind of shit? I'm just wondering, because if somebody say, hey, that's my wedding ring, okay, it's a one-on-one thing, that's mine, and I got robbed for it, because they got Wendy in jail now because she was sitting on social media with her stolen rings. So, like, why wouldn't the police go to Stefon Diggs and get that stuff back?
I have receipts to prove it. So when it comes to that, that's not alleged. But let's get back to the elevator. After they stomped my face.
Child, go to court. Okay, we will see what happens in court. But if Stefon Diggs was stupid enough to have that man beaten up and robbed, if he was then stupid enough to wear the stolen shit publicly, that means Stefon is stupid as fuck. But in my opinion, if you are beaten up and robbed at your apartment, okay, if there's camera footage showing you getting beaten up and robbed, and you then say, hey, I feel like this person set me up to get beat up and robbed, and I'm seeing, here are my receipts for stuff I bought that was stolen that he's not wearing, wouldn't the police have to go confiscate that stuff from Stefon Diggs, do an investigation, and if it matched, arrest Stefon Diggs' ass because he has stolen merchandise? So either Stefon Diggs is a stupid idiot who was wearing stolen property, or old boy is lying because they was butt buddies and stuff did not go the right way. I don't know. Okay, but he said it's my stuff, and that man said I don't know. Okay, now one other sports. I guess it's the sports section. Sports section. I don't know this man, and I meant to. Child, let me see if I can add this. Hold on. I know I be bothering him. He be busy. Winding down for the night, and I don't know who Jaden Ivey is, if he's a credible athlete or not. And I forgot to ask him about it, but he played on the Bulls and he got waived because he was out here talking mad the cash shit on social media about the gay folks, okay? And I said, he probably sleep. And I said, hold on, sir. I don't know. I meant to ask him about this, forgot. You know, he's part of the sports section here, JayLeesCorner. Maybe, you know, why he be going to bed because he got work in the morning. But no. Jaden Ivey went on social media kind of against the gay people, okay? Where's the video? Where's the video?
That the world can proclaim LGBTQ. Right? They proclaim Pride Month and the NBA. They proclaim it. They show it to the world. They say, come join us for Pride Month, to celebrate unrighteousness. They proclaim it. They proclaim it on the billboards. They proclaim it in the streets. Unrighteousness. So how is it that one can't speak righteousness? How is it one that how are they to say that this man? That's why you got Steph Curry and he not even surrendered, and y'all believe he's a Christian. Y'all believe he's a Christian because he wrote Philippians 4:13. Y'all think he's a Christian. But he cursing just like the world.
Can you imagine you mind your business? So I'm like, now what? Now hold on. Now what? Girl, now what now? I was mad. Now what? So he was on live, he was speaking his opinion. Okay. And everyone has a right to their opinion. Okay. However, if you are a basketball player and you are upset because they're having an LGBTQ event day celebration, okay, I don't really know. Okay. Because the NBA, because NBA was having Pride Month. And he said that's having a celebration of unrighteousness. I'm like, you do know there are gay people in the NBA. There are gay fans. There are gay people who come to the games and buy your jerseys or buy tickets. So you can't make it seem like, you know, the organization having a pride celebration or whatever is them trying to glorify, you know, it's like, sir, go to work. Go to work. So the Bulls dropped him. Okay, the Bulls waived him, and they said it's because of conduct detrimental to the team after the wave of the stuff. Okay, now I said Steph Curry.
Like that.
Well, Nick Young, who used to play ball, was like, what's going on here?
You're done. It ain't. I'm gonna tell you where you messed up at. It ain't even about the community you were talking about. It's the fact that when that Steph Curry, you're done. You said anything about that man.
Now, I don't know how much pull Steph Curry has with the Chicago Bulls. I know he's a great player in the NBA, but I also feel like saying Steph Curry is unrighteous because I'm like, what he do? What do he have to do with it? Okay, then Boosie, old packhead ass. Boosie, I'm not real on this shit. Okay, I'm not real on this shit. Boosie said, you know what I'm saying? Straight men no longer have a voice or whatever. It's not about straight men not having a voice. You can't want to be like, man, forget the gay people. How dare the NBA want to acknowledge gay people? That's wrong. Okay, no one should be acknowledging the gay people. You can't do that at any job. You cannot. You're not supposed to be out here spreading that kind of disagreements with your company's event. If you don't want to participate in the Pride Day, then don't go to work that day. Call off. And say, because of my religious beliefs, I do not want to attend that event. But you can't make it seem like anybody who was dealing with it is wrong. So he got fired, basically. He got dropped. He did make another video.
The man or the woman. I'm against what is contrary to the word of God. Man is not supposed to lie with a man, and a woman is not supposed to lie with a woman. So for me, as a Christian, as a born-again Christian who believes in Jesus Christ, right? I can proclaim the truth.
Yeah.
What the word of God says.
Okay.
And I can do that with freedom.
Mm-hmm.
I have a mouth to speak.
Amen.
No one can stop me.
Mm-mm.
That's right.
Who is to stop me? Right? That's the devil. The devil wants me to stop from speaking the truth.
You have every right to speak your truth. You have every right to have your opinion. However, if the company you work for is against your values, just quit.
That's what the devil would do. I'm not against. My conduct was not detrimental to the team. That is a lie. I was a good teammate to those around me. I was a good teammate on the floor. I made the right plays. I did exactly what the coach asked me to do on a daily basis. Whatever was needed, whatever was required of me to do, I was willing. Right? And so my conduct was not detrimental to the team. If
you think going against the LGBTQ community would not affect people on the team, then you're delusional. Because everyone has a right to their own feelings. However, the people around you may feel some kind of way. And when you, unfortunately, on these teams, you sign contracts, there are rules, what you can and can't say, and all of that. And all of that. So it's not even about, it's not that he's saying something wrong. I think that's the get you gotcha. It's not that he's saying something wrong. The issue is you can't want to be against the LGBTQ when your job is having an event for them. Just don't go to the event.
It's strictly because I spoke the truth of the word of God and was preaching the gospel.
And sometimes when you preach from the Bible, okay, at your NBA game, as an NBA player, it will get you fired. And if that's your calling, if that's your stance, there's nothing wrong with that. But you have to pick and choose what your job gonna be if that's your stance. Because a lot of them, it's weird that people think because you don't agree with a person's lifestyle, it gives you the right to then say it's wrong. You're going to hell. It's against God. And there again, we've talked about it before. There are many things, there are many sins in the Bible, not just being gay. Okay, not just being gay. So it's fine if you don't agree with it. Then don't. Y'all know my rule. Y'all know my rules. If you don't want to suck dick, don't suck dick. If you don't want to be gay, then don't be gay. But most corporations, most teams don't want people critiquing and being against something that broad. Can you imagine if somebody said, I don't like black people. I don't want the niggas around here. I believe that white is right. No one would say, that's, you know what I'm saying? Your personal beliefs are your personal beliefs. There's nothing wrong with that. But once you speak about that in your job capacity, that's when you fuck up. That's why a lot of folks who are on social media never tell folk where they work. So that way your job can never say your opinion is being connected to us. What you're saying can be linked to us. And we don't like that. You are a basketball player discussing an event for the organization and then saying it's unholy, I'm against it, I don't like it, then don't go. If my job had a celebration of mustard, I don't like mustard. I don't like mustard. I don't eat mustard. I don't support mustard. I'm not going to the mustard supporting event because I don't support mustard. I'm not going to go on a rant about how dumb my job is for having a mustard celebration day because some folk like mustard. You know what I'm saying? Some people are gay. Gay, lesbian, bisexual, trisexual, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You have to know when not to take your personal beliefs to your job. And that's the thing. People will be feeling like free speech really means you can say whatever you want to say where you can't. Yes, everyone has freedom of speech, but however, you have to also take the consequences of what you say. And when you are a employee of a corporation, you are not supposed to speak in any negative way about that corporation. So now he's fired. He's jobless. So now he has all the time to speak his piece on what he do and don't like. Because now he's speaking from his own platform about his beliefs. That's it. But don't y'all let these folks convince y'all to do this shit. Don't you let nobody convince you to get fired because you don't want to suck penis because you have one. Well, then don't suck penis. That's how you gotta do this. Don't suck the penis. Anyway, y'all let me ramble on for an hour. Y'all take 30 good old seconds. Y'all take 30 good old seconds and like the video because I asked y'all to. And we are back, okay? It is a lot of little random news that I was like, girl, what is the people doing? But let's just go ahead and get into it. So the gang was beefing with some gospel singers. Now, when I seen, first of all, it's gospel artists who go by Tia and Samara. I have never heard about a gospel singer groups called Tia and Samara. I know one Tia and one Samara, okay? They twins. Okay. But they were saying that the rapper The Game, hoodwinked, bamboozled them, and stole promo money from them.
This message is for The Game. Please like, share, and comment so we can reach him. On August 10th, 2025,
they're posting some proof. Okay. Okay. The Game said, you know what I'm saying? Hey, let's do some stuff.
Game hit us up and he said that he wanted to collab with me and my sister. I'm assuming that he heard our music and he.
Look, let's talk about collaborating. Now, first of all, why would The Game? I got a question. Why would The Game want to partner with gospel singers to do what? The Game ain't got none damn gospel song. Ain't he a gangster rapper? Why would, girl? I'm just asking. Okay. Let's talk about collaborating or giving you a push on my platform. Video drops could be a great content for your page and show my cosign, or we can talk about me doing an intro for your next track, posting something you have done already on my story, or us doing a feature.
Hit us up.
Hey, we are definitely open for collaborating. We have a couple songs. If you're interested on jumping on, I can send you some songs and music. So, okay.
Via Instagram. Now, we hit him back and we said, of course, we would like to collab. We're gospel artists, independent artists from Chicago.
Artists?
We had a very rough year that year. So when he hit us up, we really thought that was our breakthrough. He asked us for a feature fee, which was $500.
Now, first of all, why would The Game ask y'all for a $500 fee? I don't even like The Game. Even I know he not charging nobody $500 for a Game feature. And I don't like that man. Even I know his ego would not allow him to do anything for less than $5,000 to $10,000. And that's me being generous. Okay. First of all, I'm gonna read it how it is. I can do in mean ass intro talk my shit on your song, hype it up. You attach to the beginning of your song. Or I can do a mean ass video bumping your song, so co-signing you and the world seeing me, The Game, is rocking with you. Or for $500 extra, I got a verse for you ready to go. I don't like the producer who built it. It's my verse. You attach your own beat. Clearly, this is either AI, spam, or somebody has access it, because it don't even sound like him.
Or to $1,000. Yeah. So we told him we don't really have the money for the feature right now, but he said he's going to work with us. Don't worry about it. So he said, hit us up when we basically got the money. So when we got the money, we hit him up, and basically he took our money and he did not respond back to us. We've been hitting him up for 3 months straight. I'm going to link the screenshots in the video.
Girl, first of all, who is the Trail 112? That man name, that ain't even that man name. Who the fuck is the Trail? Girl, y'all paid somebody $1,000. And you did not ask who Latrell 112 is. The gang real name was Jason. Okay. So
basically, hold on, guys. And honestly, we really feel some type of way because we really invested all our money into this, and it just felt like we just got ran over by a bus.
them wigs, okay, them wigs, just these screenshots, okay, the names not being names. Y'all are gospel artists, but trying to link with a gangster rapper who's cut. Okay,
this is him right here, the game. As you can see, this is his profile. That's him. When I go to the messages, he hit us up first. He said, let's work. He said that he could do a mean. This message is for the game intro, and he told us that he can do a mean intro to our song, or he can do a video bumping our song and co-signing us. And all
these wigs is telling on them. Okay, the wigs is telling on them. The wigs tell me y'all need to focus on other things besides getting the thousand back from the stranger. It wasn't the game.
All that stuff. And he can do a verse for us as well. So we said, okay, bet. So we sent the money through. We sent $250 at first, and then we went down. It all calculated to $1,000. I sent him screenshots. He told me to send him screenshots, send my Cash App. So that's what we did. And then he gave us somebody's number to lock in. He ended up hitting us up, but we never heard from them again after that, after we sent our money. And we really would like our money back. And we do music for the Lord.
For Jesus?
We do music for God. So not only did you steal from us, you stole from God. We went
Why would y'all ask a gangster rapper to do stuff with y'all?
through a very rough time during that time frame with that money gone. We didn't have nowhere to stay. My car was, couldn't even drive my car.
Why would you give your last money to the game and be homeless? No.
Shut up. That is so stupid.
You was homeless and y'all had to scrape together $1,000 between two people. Y'all had to scrape together $1,000. You didn't have nowhere to live. Your car was broken down. Why would you send that man the money?
We sacrificed money to get a feature with you, and you turned out and lied to us and never hit us back. Didn't even care about our feelings. So we're making this video out of faith because we know that God will give us back 7 times what we lost, and we stepping out through faith through Jesus Christ, that God said he's going to make a way for us, and he's going to.
So we lost $1,000. Okay. God is going to give us $7,000. Okay.
Do it for us. Honestly, how do you feel from stealing from gospel artists from Chicago? That's wrong. And on top of that, are you that broke? Intro.
How can broke people call you broke? Again, I don't like the game at all, okay? But I'm like, you just told us y'all was homeless with a broken car and no money. So the game seen that the game said you women with these cheap bank robber wigs on be killing me. Either set it off or take it off. And I'm like, those are Party City robbing bank wigs. Those are. It is. So at the end of the day, the game said, bitch, play with somebody else. Okay. But my suggestion, I get some people feel like, okay, I'm gonna take my last and hope and pray that it's my big break. I just need people to know your big break is not gonna come from a D-list rapper who have not had a hit in ever. Okay. Listen, the last game song I remember was Hated and Loving his song? Was that his song? The Game rapper. I think the Game the rapper. He's 46. Okay. He's 46. Okay. The Game's last album. Let's see. It say he has something called Born to Rap. Let me go. I'm going to title. It says Born to Rap came out in 2019. He had something called Drillmatic Heart versus Mind. It came out in 2022. But to me, the last game thing was his first album in 2005. And I ain't heard somebody bumping the game, child, since I was a virgin. And I ain't even heard of the low tap. It's been a low tap. Okay. Let's see. Oh, he had an album out in 2025. Everybody listen to it. Okay. Let's see. He had Born to Rap in 2019. He had Paisley Dreams in 2023. He had something called Time in 2024. Shit ain't nobody heard of. Okay. I just feel like you putting your faith in a D-list rapper is your fault. Okay, you can't blame the game. Okay, you can't blame that man. Says this AI. Are they AI? They might be. Let me Google. Let me see. Tia and Samara. Gospel. Is they gospel singers? Are they gospel? Are they a duo? Gospel artists, I guess. I'm assuming they're child. You Google Tia Smurf. That one video come up with them, and that's it, child. Look, I don't know. All I know is them wigs is horrible. And if y'all still homeless, please fix that. The gang was not going to pay y'all $1,000. Okay. And even if y'all lost $1,000, he said fuck off the wigs. Okay. Because I'm like, why would y'all do that in ugly ass wigs? Larsa Pippen was the target in an attempted burglary. 3 men arrested after crashing getaway vehicle while fleeing the police. Y'all gotta stop robbing people. You really have to stop trying to rob people. And also, you can't rob people in groups. It's too many of y'all. What is you doing? Okay. Again, Larsa was a target of an attempted burglary at her house. And also, that lady got kids. I think her kids, maybe of age. She had kids. Y'all gotta stop doing that. Okay, y'all have to stop doing that. That's weird. Pinecrest police say 3 men that identified, let's see, Tracion Lachey Booker, 23, Cortez Damon Johnson, 23, and Elijah Eugene Russell, 18, have been charged with attempted burglary of an unoccupied dwelling after allegedly trying to force their way into her house and steal some shit. Okay. Again, they have surveillance video that shows one suspect breaking a window. And another attempting to pry open the back patio door before the group fell and ran away. Look, it's you niggas are stupid. Okay, if you're going to go, my eye is itching, y'all. If you are going to rob somebody, 1, just don't do it. Okay, and 2, if you're going, because robbery is a felony. If you are going to rob someone and go to jail for it, at least steal some stuff. Going to jail for robbery and you didn't get nothing is stupid. Okay? That's like getting pregnant and having a whole baby and never had an orgasm. You're just wasting time. I'm just wasting time. It's like, why you do that? So again, they arrested. Going to jail. Okay? Go to jail. Child, 2 Chainz was out here in these streets, right? And this is also why some celebrities refuse to, have regular cars, they want to the window, because people is crazy. Somebody, a random woman, was out here fussing and yelling at 2 Chainz through the window. Now, first of all, the moment she put her foot out the window, I probably would have shot her on accident, okay? Because how do I know your foot wasn't a gun, okay? And then you tried to hit my car, bitch. We gonna fight. Now, first of all, she's saying that he owe her daddy some money, and he said, "Who Jay ass daughter?" Shut, my nose is running. I think it's my sinuses. I think it's the weather. Who Jay ass daughter is trying to drive me off the road? Talk about I owe her daddy some money. And Albany and throwing my son name around, about to put FY on her and her daddy. You can't do this kind of stuff, people. When she said ain't you titty boy, that really probably means she knew him before he was 2 Chainz. Because 2 Chainz used to go by titty boy long time ago. He rapped different back then too. So if he owes somebody some money, that's some old shit. Okay? Because he ain't been titty boy in years. Bitch, in ever. Again, that foot would have got her shot. And the moment she swerved to hit my car, I probably would have purposely let her hit my car, so I could have swerved back and hit her car and then crashed it. People is crazy. Okay, if you are a celebrity, people is crazy. Keep your thing on your hip, okay? Because she want that man head. Who else I was gonna do? Hold on. This nigga here, y'all.
On President Trump's crackdown on illegal aliens.
I mean, with President Trump, what he's doing. First of all, I love what he's done so far for our country. I think he's helped our country a lot.
Bitch, you from Canada?
In terms of where he stands with that, I think, I'm a firm believer because I have family members and I have people that are immigrants. I think, I believe, for those that do the thing the right way and get their papers, I think they should be taken care of first and foremost. I think that's the right thing, right? I think that's the right way of going about it. But yes, do we have some great, brilliant minds of people that are in the process of getting their papers or in the process of their in between states? I totally understand. I think I think it should be case by case on the right people.
Your thoughts?
Shut your mouth. Okay?
I feel like he did not understand the question. I feel like he did not answer the question. For your response to be, people should get here the right way. You do know, you dumb bitch, people who are legally in this country were still being deported and held. So for a question to be, what about the illegal aliens?
President Trump's crackdown on illegal aliens.
I mean, with President Trump, what he's doing, first of all, I love what he's done so far for our country. I think he's...
Now, first of all, we already don't like Tristan third trimester Thompson is a ninja, a Negro, who we already don't fuck with. That's point 1.2, okay? No one likes him. He's stupid. He's an idiot, okay? And I feel like the fact that you are from Canada, which is a different country, the fact that there is proof and evidence that people who are here legally are being harassed and held and all these things because that motherfucker is a dictator. For you to not want to address that, because you is a goddamn alien from this. You not even from here, Tristan. Okay, TTT. Because look, Tristan third trimester Thompson. The reason I call him that is because when his first baby mama, Jordan, was pregnant with their son, his oldest son, she was in her third trimester when he left her for Chloe. Okay. When Chloe was pregnant with True, and around that last trimester, he was caught fucking around, kissing on Kylie friend Jordan. Okay. Then when Chloe and him had that damn surrogate baby, he had a bitch pregnant and who was in her third trimester. He does all his worst dirt when the women in his lives are in the third trimester. So he will forever be Tristan third trimester Thompson. Okay, because he be fucking up around here. Okay, but for you to be on the thing saying, "Oh, he's doing great," but the people who do it the right way, that's a great thing. And then if you can get it, that ain't even the point. That wasn't even her question. Okay, so idiots like Tristan is the reason why that orange motherfucker is in the house that's white. Okay, he's helped a lot. How has he helped? What has he done? What has he done for you lately? Nothing. Yo, tack-ass bitch. I can't. How that son doing that you be ignoring? How that extra baby you had? How that child doing? Okay, and the fact that Tristan has a whole fully disabled brother who will forever need help of other people to help care for him. You do know, you dummy, that Colt 45 is around here ruining health plans for people like your brother. Okay? If Colt 45 had his way, your brother would be on a boat somewhere drowning in his wheelchair because he wouldn't care. I hope every time Tristan wake up, his fingers is tingly. I hope every time he get out of bed, he hit his toe. I hope every time he go to brush his teeth, he gag. I hope every time he has somebody cook him a meal is bland. I hope all his orgasms end in dust. Okay? He aggravates me so much, little bitch. Anyway. Porsha and Simon. I cannot wait for either Porsha to never speak on him again or Simon to go away. Okay. So, Simon was trying to sue Porsha. Trying to sue Porsha for defamation because she made a post about erectile dysfunction. Okay, so he has now dismissed the case. No, I'm sorry, the judge dismissed the case, but he said I may file it again. Simon, take your weak dick over the gun. Okay, take your weak penis. And look, I'm not trying to be mean or rude about anybody who has erectile dysfunction, but if you have ED and that's your cross to bear, what you mad for? If your dick work, what you mad for? Someone saying, "Hey, Simon dick don't work," as long as his new girlfriend, a new wife like his penis, who cares? Who cares if your ex say your dick don't work if the new person says it does? Okay, if you are able to have some kind of erectile it to go up, who cares? So I need both Porsha. I need Porsha. I don't think Porsha responded. Cause I mean she left you now. What you care for? Okay, let's hope and pray they don't go back and forth. Okay, Child Marvin Sapp. Marvin, stop.
We're going to have baptism for our kids. Now listen, this is sick. Listen, I'm a youth pastor at heart. And we're going to have a slide for the babies. So they'll be able to, they got to be at least 5 up. Let me say that. But for the babies, we can have a slide. And
A slide. Now, also, why is hairline back so far? You know, once your hairline start back here, just go bald.
Gonna be at the bottom of the slide, so they can just slide down the slide. And before when they at the top, I'm gonna say in Jesus' name, and they're gonna slide down the slide, and they're gonna go right in the water. Y'all ain't never seen no baptism like this.
Now, who paying for the slide? Is it part of tithes and offerings?
Y'all like, what? Where's the spiritual part? It's gonna be spiritual, trust me. But we want to just see. Sometimes, hear me. You have to be strategic against the enemy. Y'all missing it. Y'all missing it.
So you want to trick the children into getting baptized?
Some of y'all babies don't want to get in the bathtub, but they'll jump in the pool. I can't get no help here. I'm by myself.
Not dirty babies.
So make sure that you sign them up. We're going to have baptism for our kids. Now listen, this is sick.
Now, Marvin hairline pushed back to the back, saying, hey, we know some kids don't want to get into it and they want to be dirty, okay? But kids love getting in the pool, okay? So to make kids who don't want to get baptized, let's make them think they're going to the pool, okay? Let's have them up top. Say, hey, kid, come on, slide down, and we're going to baptize you. And just, I was like, now watch. First of all, in my opinion, anybody, man, woman, child, whatever, it should be their decision to get baptized. When you are forcing or tricking people to thinking they sliding down the slide to have fun in the water, and it's actually a baptism, you can't trick children into Jesus' name. You can't do that. Now, if kids want to be baptized, but they also think it'll be fun to do it in the pool, in the slide, I'm fine with that. But don't say, hey, some of your kids don't want to get in the tub, but want to get in the pool, so we got to be smart. Okay? A crackhead doesn't want to go to rehab, but if you send them to the candy shop, okay, where they think it's crack cocaine, but it's really pills to get them off the crack. They don't know. It's like, no, you can't. You're not supposed to do that. Okay, and shave your head. Okay, your hairline is far back.
Hey, listen, I'm a youth pastor at heart. And we're going to have a slide for the babies. So they'll be able to, they got to be at least 5.
He bald from the front. If you're bald from the front, go ahead and let it go. Okay. Hopefully Jesus won't mind the children being tricked into baptism. Okay. Boosie. Okay, now we watched Boosie, was it last week? Last week we watched Boosie building on a house and surprised with a house, and we said, see, this is an example of Boosie being, nice to his mama. It's a good gift or whatever. I said, but I told y'all, Boosie gonna come to us with some bullshit. You just wait. And here he is.
I'm up in the crack era, bro. First person sucked my dick was a crackhead.
Now,
nigga. Come up in the crack era, bro. First person sucked my dick was a crackhead.
Now, why would you admit that?
If you from the hood, the first person who really sucked your dick is a crackhead.
I don't think that's true. Because why is crackheads giving the neighborhood kids head? Now what?
When you like 12, crackheads suck your dick.
Now why?
You tell your uncles one of them give you a little piece of crack. But crackheads back then, they ain't look like, they wouldn't toe up. They had fine crackheads, for real. My first head come from a crackhead. Me and my partners, only me and my partners, our first head come from a crackhead. Yeah, if you a real street nigga, you know about this. Like, if you a real street nigga, most time your first head come from a crackhead. If you was raised where junkies was everywhere, you could get a crackhead to suck your dick before your girlfriend. Back then, eating pussy and giving head with no big thing back then. Like, nah, crackheads wouldn't toe up back. Everybody was on crack. Like, nice bitches was on crack. Like, man, you had Denim Springs bitches. I'm talking about, you had working mamas on crack. All I do is get a little dime rock. For come on the block, bad, nice bitches from LSU, all kind of bitches. They come looking for a 20 rock, dime rock. Just tell them, man, suck my dick, I give you a rock. Come up in the crack era, bro. First person suck my dick was a crackhead.
Y'all, you know what's crazy? I feel like, so him be waking up to the most random shit for me. And I do wonder what he gonna think, because he go to, when I'm live, he's getting ready for bed. So I send him shit for him to see in the morning. Because I don't know if his first day was, I don't think it was crazy. I know a lot of people. I didn't grow up in the hood. And I didn't grow up. Crack was in the 80s, in the 90s. Okay. To say that 11, 12 years old, you have women who are on crack giving you head, and you're saying it as if it's normal. You're saying it as if it's normal. That's what's crazy. And I feel like, are there some people who probably had crackheads give them head? I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say it happened. But to talk about it in such a matter of fact, this is how it always happens way, it's crazy. Because was crackheads eating coochie too? Right. Was it a man or was it a woman? Because we know back in the day, men was on crack too. What was that movie? Menace to Society, and I'll suck your dick, okay? Who sucked your dick, Boosie? Who was it? Because don't get it twisted. All crackheads was equal opportunity dick suckers. Either way it go, even if you had a crackhead give you fellatio, okay, it's not a good thing. Okay, Boosie always come with the bullshit, but that's y'all friend. He not my friend. That's y'all friend. Okay, he be on that bullshit. The boxer, Deontay Wilder, recalls how his daughter's mom became pregnant. Okay.
Chose to keep her. Her mother didn't. Her mother tried to set me up to have the baby. She ejected my sperm in her and ran in the bathroom and locked the door, and that's how we had her.
Really?
Yeah. She don't even know I know this.
Wow.
But I'm telling it on to the world.
How do you know that?
I'm smart. When I used to come on her stomach, fold my towel nicely by the bed because I would want to wipe it off of her stomach. This particular time, she chose that she wanted to have a baby by me because I was the best thing that ever came into her life. Most of her relationships only last for 2 months or whatever because she was a promiscuous woman. I didn't know it at the time. I only found out this thing by reading her journal. She didn't know that I read her journal either.
Not you nosy.
I did what I do. I had a good nut, and I nutted on her stomach. This time, I went and got the towel and tried to wipe it off, and she hit my hand so hard, I thought she hit my hand like a home run, like a baseball player do a baseball bat. But she screamed, "No!" as if she was being raped. She got up so quickly and ran into the bathroom and locked the door. 2 weeks later, she was pregnant with my daughter. I chose to keep her. Her mother didn't. Her mother tried to set me up to have the baby, you know.
She is a goddamn liar. She is a motherfucking liar, is what she is.
Okay. Oh, okay. Well, I don't know why.
I feel like my first question is, one, why would you tell that story to anybody? Okay, that's part one. Also, when men say stuff like, I will always come on her stomach, I'm like, so you wasn't using protection. Okay. Look, I want y'all to put whatever questions y'all have in the chat, because I have them too. One, why hold on. Let's.
Oh, she ejected my sperm in her and ran in the bathroom and locked the door. And that's how we had her.
Really?
Yeah. She don't even know I know this.
Wow.
But I'm telling it on to the world.
When Perry said, wow. Oh, wow.
How do you know that?
I'm smart. You know, when I came, I used to come on her stomach. Fold my towel nicely by the bed because I would want to wipe it off of her stomach. This particular time, she chose that she wanted to have a baby by me because I was the best thing that ever came into her life. Most of her relationships only last for 2 months or whatever because she was a promiscuous woman. I didn't know it at the time. I only found out this thing by reading her journal. She didn't know that I read her journal either. I did what I do. I had a good nut, and I nutted on her stomach. This time, I went and got the towel and tried to wipe it off, and she hit my hand so hard, I thought she hit my hand like a home run, like a baseball player do a baseball bat. But she screamed, no, as if she was being raped. She got up so quickly and ran into the bathroom and locked the door. 2 weeks later, she was pregnant with my daughter. I chose.
And did he ask you, hey, how was your daughter conceived? You know, because my thing is this, all babies are conceived because sperm meets egg. Whether that is through in vitro, whether that is through insemination, whether that is through sexual intercourse, either way it go, some of your stuff got into her. Okay. And then the baby's born. So I'm like, why would you say this? And yeah, why does your daughter have to know that mama allegedly, stole daddy's sperm? Okay. Yes, I need people to know the pull-out method doesn't work all the time. Okay. You know, when I told some folk can get pregnant off a pre-cum. Just saying. Okay. So saying I pulled out and came on, sir, that's stupid. Why are we here? Okay, why are we here? Okay, he can barely pronounce promiscuous because he's stupid. Okay, right. I said, not when you came. I was like, now, sir, why are we here? Okay, a turkey baster. Okay, and I feel like so she scooped up the stuff, scooped it up like Diddy Wag Cassie do with Nancy. Okay, and then did she put on her finger? Did she have a cup in the bathroom? Like, you admitting that you were having unprotected sex with a promiscuous woman who journal you read after or before you knocked her up. And then to say this one time at band camp, she knocked my hand off. And then 2 weeks later, sir, you don't even know that you're pregnant in 2 weeks. meaning she was pregnant before that hand slap. 8 kids. Not right, not raw. And I love raw. But you gotta have it with one person. You can't be having it with multiple. You can't do that, okay? But I'm like going on an interview, having this conversation. You know, it's crazy. Your child is born, and now you got your child thinking the mama stole, girl. Niggas are stupid, okay? Sierra. Y'all know Sierra from her face is so weird. Y'all know Sierra from Love and Hip Hop. Well, she's getting divorced again.
Hey guys, I just wanted to come on to tell everybody thank you for your call, your texts, your DMs. My hair has been all over the place this week. I literally had to gather myself to put some clothes on to make this.
Is her face not moving?
Video. I've always been very transparent with my following. I just want to say Zay is not a horrible person. I feel like, I have a lot of healing and growing to do.
Her whole top lip ain't moving.
And, Zay was the first person that I actually added to one of my companies. And with this divorce, and the transition that we're going through, I
can't imagine not being able to move my mouth when I talk.
I've made the executive decision to actually close down Ghetto Girl East, and I know we had the warehouse that was opening up where you guys will be able to receive your orders in 5 to 7 days, all of this big stuff, but God makes no mistakes, and I don't think this is going to be a crazy thing. I just may have to do a name change. You guys will be able to shop one final time. My whole entire site is 50% off.
Is that a wig cap? Those are elderly edges. Those are, baby edges to baby. Those are elderly edges. Girl, they're on the eyebrow.
Once everything is gone, it's gone. So once it says sold out, it's just sold out. We will not be restocking until everything settles, until the dust settles. My supporters, I just want.
One, what that means is I married a man, added him to my business, and now that we're divorcing, for me not to have to, for him not to get paid from any more of my business, I have to create a whole new business. Which is why when you already have your business, when you already have your brand, you have been branding yourself as Ghetto Girl, because her Ghetto Girl Eat stuff is popular. You know what I'm saying? When you already have a brand going for yourself, for you to marry some man and then add him to your business is stupid. If y'all want to open up a new business together, that's fine. You should never add someone to the business you've already created for yourself. Okay? You should always protect your brand. Now, you can have him help you in some capacity, but you should never add him as if he is a part owner. If you want to hire him to put the place down, fine, he's a plate holder. Okay, if you want to hire him to sprinkle the sauce on the stuff, cool. He's a sauce sprinkler, okay? But you should never add somebody to your business. You just should not. That's dumb as fuck. Okay. Sorry, y'all. Hold on. He didn't answer my question though. Anyway, so stupid. again, you should not add anyone, because if y'all break up, if y'all divorce, or whatever it goes, you then have to sometimes liquidate your business because he's a part of it. And it's like, that's what's going on. But girl, fix your face as well. Future son's mama, Britney, wants to behind bars over $500K life insurance policy. Girl, $500K, that's it. The mother, Future 12-year-old, Future, he got a lot of kids. I be forgetting that Future has other children that we never see him with. Okay. Again, Britney really is a winning the game. She's the mother of his 12-year-old son. Prince has gone to court demanding the rapper be thrown in jail. And she's saying, not per TMZ, Britney claims Future failed to comply with a 2023 court order that required him to take out a $500K life insurance policy, naming her as trustee for their son. She's now asking the judge to hold him in contempt and keep him locked up until he makes it right. Okay, this is not the first time it's been a court order. So back in 2023, a judge increased child support to $5K a month. So she's getting $5K a month for that 12-year-old child. Okay, and she's like, first of all, now two things. One, every child should have a life insurance policy just in case. Okay, just in case. That's part one. So if the judge told her that they told them he's supposed to have a life insurance policy for $500K that she is the benefactor of, he should do that. Okay. And I'm like, but it's the son, okay, child? I hope he's okay. But she should push to have it done because he's supposed to have it. You know, the worst thing I don't think people think about is if something happens to their child. And then if they don't have the money to bury the child, you know what I'm saying? You ain't got income, you know what I'm saying? So I'm a firm believer in, even if your child is, a child, you still want to have them covered because God forbid the worst happens. So I think it's smart for her to say, he was supposed to have a life insurance policy on our child. Okay. And he didn't do it. Okay. And it's some bullshit. Okay. Now, people saying that she's trying. Wait, let me see. Hold on. Wait, is the life? Wait, because I'm confused. Is the life insurance policy in case Future die? If the life insurance, I thought this was saying she wanted him to have a life insurance policy on their son. But if she's saying no, you should get a life insurance policy on yourself in case you die. And if you die, the money goes to our son. And because our son is 12, I'm the trustee because he's underage. Okay. Okay. Either way it goes, everybody should have life insurance. Okay. I hope he got it for both, for him and his son, because you never know. Okay. I mean, he might feel like that pants on I had on all day. He might feel like she want to kill him. I'm not sure. Okay. Either way, I get the point because again, child rapper diary day. So yes, have something in case you die. So that way your son has, $500K that goes to him if you die. But I'm like, would that mean for how many kids does he have? Let me see. How many kids does Future have? I got his name wrong. Rapper Future is widely reported to have 7 to 8 children. So if he had to have a policy for each child, well, you shouldn't be a. So that will be around $3.5 million insurance policies that he would have if he had to put one for each kid to get money if he dies. Usually, people might have one policy that is just spread among all the kids, because that's what happened when, my birth father passed away. He had a life insurance policy. Now he had a policy that he thought my sister was, the head person of, that would have then been split between all the kids. Because it's 2, 3, it's 5 of us on that for him. And what happens is if the person has life insurance, it's split between the family. It usually either way, go get y'all shit in order. Okay, you got 7, 8 kids. There should absolutely be a policy that if he passes away, his kids are taken care of. So I don't know how fair I feel. I don't know if I think it's fair that only one child has a policy that he will get half a meal if he's one of 8. I don't think that's fair. I think it should be something even to where there's a policy that he has where he has each child listed, and each child should get the same amount. If you have 8 kids that came from you should want them to be covered if you die. But I don't think one child should get $500K if the others just may get 20 or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So get that shit figured out. Okay. I don't know. Also, they said Future might be, I said engaged. Who the fuck wouldn't be engaged to Future? Okay. Now per reports, okay, since the rapper allegedly proposed to some lady, okay, in a private moment, and told friends he settled down and he wants to do life the right way. I don't feel like Future has it in him to do life the right way. I feel like Future will forever be a fuckboy. Okay, mainly because he just doesn't seem child. He just. But if y'all care, that man may be somebody's husband. Well, hopefully she don't get the money where the kids need to get. Lizzo, okay, Lizzo was 37. Okay, she's a 37-year-old grown adult, and while doing the interview, she revealed that she was a virgin, y'all. Lizzo was a virgin until 2020. I said, girl, really? That's huge. So technically, she was a 30-year-old virgin. Okay. She was on the podcast Friends Keep Secrets, but she opened up to host Benny Blanco and them about losing her. She waited until being 30 to lose her virginity. They asked, well, what happened? So she said that she always promised herself she wanted to wait until she won a Grammy to lose, to have sex. Okay, now that's a lot. I feel like, people wait for different reasons. Some folks want to wait till a marriage. Some want to wait because for God in general. Some want to wait just because they want to wait. But her saying, because she was the musical, I want to win a Grammy. I'm like, well, what if you never won one? Okay, so she did say shortly after she won her first Grammy in 2020. So she said it wasn't that night. I didn't fuck that night. Okay, however, shortly after winning in January 2020, I lost my V card. Now, my first thought was, but COVID happened in 2020. So you was like fucking in COVID time, child, girl, you brave. Look, people have the right to want to wait until they're ready. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm like, who she having with? I wonder. Now she did mention how for years she lied to her friends about being a virgin because she felt like she'd be judged. She was being shamed and whatnot. And it's weird that people try to virgin shame folks. If I ain't fucked nobody because I don't want to, like what? Okay. So when folks agree to a virgin, she said, I love dick. Love dick. But have you had any? Okay, have you had any? So again, now I don't know what kind of virgin she was, but some folks say they was a virgin, and all that mean was they didn't have intercourse. Okay, some folk be like, I was a virgin, but was sucking dick. Okay, or was getting head. I feel if you are a virgin, there should be no sexual nothing going on. Okay, you can't be getting head and giving head if you do not want to have sex. Okay, but now she's fucking having a good time. Okay, she had that boyfriend, Mike Wright is his name and whatever. So cool, great, great, great. She also brought up her first. She had her first kiss. She did not have first kiss until she was 21, and it was terrible. A bad kiss sucks. Okay, try not and use the name butts. Don't use the butt. I heard it's painful. I don't know that in my ministry. But yeah, Lizzo was like, girl, I'm just out here, you know what I'm saying, late blooming and whatever. That's fine. People should wait until they're ready. Okay? Don't let anyone pressure you into giving up your cootie cat. Okay, it's your cootie cat. Keep it to yourself until you feel the need to give it up. Okay, Cardi B was in court. Remember, Cardi B had that song Enough. Can I play it?
Me versus you and you know they pick it. Cheap and expensive, you know the difference. You know that it's hitting, you know what it's giving. Hair, nails, put a bear.
So a person said she stole their sound. The beat sounds familiar, not the same, okay? But the producers tried to claim the Miami track Enough copied their 2021 track, and the judge said, nope, okay? The case was thrown out due to lack of personal jurisdiction. Meaning the judge ruled them people did not establish that the Texas court had the right to handle the dispute. So technically, Cardi B still won. Okay. Now they may refile in a different state, different courts, but I'm like, people really should stop trying to sue Cardi because she always wins. But the beat sounds different. Similar, maybe so. But I would not have heard Cardi's song and then thought, wait a minute. I would not connect the two. Okay. But Cardi be winning. Let's move on to Meg, girl. Cause wait, did I put back on thumbnail? I think so. Oh, God, I'm tired. Yeah, it's 11. I don't want to be at 3 hours. And here we are, 2 hours and 12 minutes in. We did Future. Okay, we good. Okay, we good. Megan Thee Stallion. Okay, Lauren LaRosa posted last night. And it was Megan is on Broadway. She's playing Zietler, and Moulin Rouge. And Lauren went to the show yesterday. Last night she posted, "Hey, came to see Megan on Broadway," and it was short lived. The few opening scenes I saw her in, she was great, but then she left. We stopped the show. You didn't say so sorry, stay seated or whatever. And then they said, "Hey, Meg, would I come back?" So last night, no one knew what was going on. Meg did not come back on stage. Someone else finished that night. And it was then said that Meg was rushed to the hospital for something. And we really did not know much until today. So Meg did post today. Okay, hey Meg. And Meg said last night was a real wake-up call for me. I've been pushing myself past my limits lately, running on empty. And my body finally said, enough. Okay. And I think the reason it happened so drastically was because she passed out backstage. So when Lauren said, you know, the show was like put on pause over the overhead, they said, oh, they wanted all the staff, all the cast to come to the back or whatever. And they also made the audience they did not allow the audience to leave. I think it's because if Megan passed out, it got to get the EMS around there. They probably did not want anyone getting any pictures. They probably wanted to be able to get her out of the events, safely. But if folks was, trying to leave and go out or whatever, that could have been caused the whole thing. So, but again, she said my body's in another bitch. Okay, it honestly scared me. I thought I was gonna fail on stage. I really tried to push through my performance, but I just couldn't. Hotties, I want to be real with you because you mean everything to me, and I hate letting you all down. I just need one day to rest, reset, and take care of myself the way I should have been. I'll be right back on stage Thursday, stronger, clear, and ready to give you 100% of what you deserve. Thank you for riding with me, and we love you. People don't realize that sometimes your body will say no. Okay. You want to keep going and going and going and going, and it will say no. And I think people also probably don't realize how busy some celebrities are, to where if you're flying back and forth, in Broadway is a whole thing. You know what I'm saying? And she's tired. It's really as simple as she's probably doing a whole lot. And sometimes we be up late, we be doing this and we do that or whatever, and you think I can just keep going and going and going. And I feel like this happens to a lot of celebrities. It's just not all of them have it happen when they're on a Broadway show or they're on tour. But if you think they don't be tired, it is. So Lauren LaRosa did post a little update, okay, because she said, I got more information, y'all. They identified extreme exhaustion, dehydration. I don't know what vasoconstriction, I don't know what that word is, okay? And low metabolic levels, the cause of her symptoms. And so again, she probably between rehearsals, the actual show, her flying back and forth and doing this and that, her other endeavors, I feel like she probably did not even realize how tired her body was. And when I heard about her being rushed to the ER, I'm like, I hope she's okay. So when I saw people saying crazy shit about whatever, I'm like, them people just fucking assholes, because you never know what's wrong. And I'm like, again, it's just her first time on Broadway, but her just realize, okay, I have to rest. You know what I'm saying? If I am, because she had them shows, she then had after parties, and even like when I tell y'all that sometimes when I'm on live, it takes so much energy to be on and on and on and on and all this. So it takes a lot of energy. So her being in a live show daily also then had to be made Thee Stallion after the fact, okay? Probably phone calls, interviews, all this shit. It takes energy. So I'm not giving her some grace, but thank God she's okay. Thank God she's getting some rest. So she rested today, and she plans to be back in the show tomorrow. The good thing is she now knows, bitch, calm down. Okay, sit down, get some rest. Okay, don't allow yourself to just keep going and going and going, because you do not want your body to crash. Tiger Woods shot. Tiger Woods, a couple things. One, they said that man had hydrocodone pills on him during the crash. Now, while that may not seem like a big deal, because a lot of folks may have their pain pills on them when they, are in life, okay? So that isn't crazy. I think the issue is Tiger Woods has a pill addiction, in my opinion. I'm not saying it's fact. I'm giving my opinion, okay? I feel like since his accidents, his body is different. He's had surgeries, his body is different. And I think he is taking a pill shot and don't be know what to do. Okay, so Tiger allegedly being caught with pills with him. They say he had 2 pills in his pocket. I'm like, not in your pocket, child. Not even in a little envelope. Not in the pill bottle. Okay, this in your pocket. That sound like I'm popping a couple pills. I'm gonna pop 2 pills in the morning and leave you, bitch. So that's one thing. He had the pills on him in the pocket because he wasn't driving drunk. He has a prescription pill situation. Okay, and we know that because why? He then announced that he will be going on a little sabbatical. Okay, he gonna step away. He gonna get some treatment. Now y'all know I have a pet peeve. I have a pet peeve when people write the child that was him leaving the jail. He looked pissed. I'm mad. I'm upset. I'm tired. I'm in pain. I want my pain pills, bitch. And now they all know I like some pills. Okay. But y'all know I have a pet peeve of people who write statements in itty bitty words. I'm like, I can't read that. Why do you really mean what you're saying? If you put itty bitty words, I have to strain my eyes to see. Okay, we posted it on Twitter, and I'm like, no, who posted on Twitter? Now, why would you do that? It says, I now understand the seriousness of the situation I found myself in today. I am stepping away for a period of time to seek treatment and focus on my health. This is necessary in order for me to prioritize my well-being and work toward lasting recovery. Okay, I'm committed to taking the time needed to return in a healthier, stronger, and more focused place, both professionally and personally. Okay, I appreciate your understanding and support and ask for privacy for my family, loved ones, and myself. Tired. Okay, so he said, look, I need some time away. I gotta go right now. Okay. But to me, people who have loose pills on them is weird. Okay, that's what. Even if, because sometimes I have like Excedrin, the Tylenol. Okay, but you usually have it in the pill bottle. So when people have loose pills in their pocket, so much so that you crash your car.
That's suspicious.
Yeah, it's funny.
That's weird.
Because why aren't the pills in the pill bottle? Did you get the pills from the doctor? Did someone give you 2 pills? Just saying. So 1, he had the pills on him, okay, and 2, he's going to little treatment, little help, okay? Please, and get a fucking driver. Okay. Now at one point he did, well, it was reported that he said he did not want to get a driver because he did not want to lose his privacy. And I'm like, what are you doing at 2 p.m. on a Tuesday that you feel like if you had a driver, you would lose your privacy? I'm like, is you fucking hoes in the car? And you do know when you hire a driver, that's who protects your secret. You let him know, him or her, hey, I'm gonna pop some pills, drive safe. I can't drive. So hopefully he go get some help. And he also realized, hey, you don't need to be driving. Not at all. Okay. Nicki Minaj. Okay, Nicki Minaj had a stranger around her backyard. You know what? You wanna know why? Because that husband of yours is on the list that lists your fucking address. Okay. The reason a stranger know where you live at is because your address is public. Okay. Authorities responded back to a trespassing incident at a house owned by Nicki. Was the husband there? I thought my ice should be broken up by now. Let's see. Oh, that's pretty. A house owned by Nicki Minaj. There was a man around them. Okay, but police came and arrested him for trespassing. I feel like Nicki doesn't even live a life as a celebrity because her husband has caused her to be a basic person because anyone has access to Nicki Minaj's house is insane. Try to fight this bill frozen. So stupid. Oh, here we go. Anybody has access to a celebrity's house, maybe because the address is public knowledge. You know, girl, divorce that man. Okay, divorce that man. Now she also, you know, before she kept on saying how she had folks who was swatting at her house when they calling police and reporting like fake crimes or whatever, and now some strange white man is around your house, girl, in the backyard. Girl, divorce that man and say that any address he live at ain't yours. Okay? Or put him at a different house. Or call Trump. He can save you. You know what I mean? You saved. I think, is it this Ray J? Let me see. I think Ray J and Amber Rose and Joseline, and then Brandy and Wanya. Yes. So I don't know why Jocelyn Hernandez said this about Ray J and Amber Rose.
Ray J and Amber Rose was fucking. I definitely think they was in the house. I feel like Amber is the type of girl, like, she'll run up to you in the bathroom and she'll be like, come here, suck my really quick. Like, she's freaky and nasty like that. I feel like they were fucking because they were too tight. They were too tight, man. They were too tight, man. Everybody sleep. Y'all still outside at 3 a.m. Why the y'all still outside? Talking about what? Doing what? Doing what? What y'all doing? Why is it 3 a.m. y'all still up? And then, you know, you got out of college and you were still hanging out and my bestie this. I hated to call a man their bestie. That's not your bestie. That's the you on the side. Every chance you want some or some money or $500, let me hit up Ray J. He's a sucker.
Not $500.
I could him. He'll give me 5,000, 3,000, and that's it. You know, suck dude. I'm a sucker and he's a sucker. Definitely think I feel like they still. He's such a cornball. I don't definitely think Ray J and Amber Rose. He's a loser, so he'll her absolutely.
So that was what Johnson. That was Johnson's opinion. So Ray J in the bed, child, with a cloudy phone, responded.
Joseline, I tried to be cool with you. I ain't gonna let it slide, bro. I ain't trying to be disrespectful, but you a real...
Not a whore.
Have you ever had your palm read? You one of the dirtiest people I ever been around.
Not dirty.
You grabbing your all on College Hill, making bitches stay in the room.
I did a cousin. Hold on.
Joseline, I tried to be cool with you. I ain't gonna let it slide, bro. I ain't trying to be disrespectful, but you a real hoe. Have you ever had your palm read? You one of the dirtiest people I ever been around. You grabbing your dick all on College Hill.
But she don't have a penis. She's a vagina.
Making bitches stay in the room. Trying to take them down. And molest them. You making Parker feel crazy. Amber feel crazy. Motherfucking I Love New York. How you gonna make I Love New York feel crazy?
Now, the fact that their season, let me see, College Hill. Amber Rose on College Hill. What the heck? That happened in 2022. Okay. I think, yeah, that was 2020. Yeah, no. Now, what season, what year was that? I'm sorry, no, 2024. No, when was it? Damn it. It just keeps saying. I want to see when. I don't know. She was on season 2, 2023. Okay. It was 2023. That was 3 years ago. The fact that anyone is bringing up that shit today is crazy.
That means you on some next level shit. What the fuck is wrong with you? Every other minute, you either talking about Amber or you talking about me in some kind of weird ass network you promoting.
Well, you do the same while you and Kim Kardashian sex tape.
What's wrong with you?
I hope she's sober. What's wrong with you, Ray J?
You battered, and you was musty on set. You always was musty. I mean, you always smell like a nigga, bro. You tried to get at Amber a bunch of times. You was trying to flirt with Amber, and you also said, and this is quote, and this is on my kids, but my
don't bring the kids in it.
Husband got to be involved with me and you in the threesome that we want to have. Amber's like, what? This is what you said. This is out your mouth. I could be a witness on the stand. You could put me on a lie detector test. You was trying to fuck Amber every fucking day until she turned you down, and then you was like, all right, well, then I'm going to start being a problem. I get it.
You know what's crazy? If you didn't fuck Amber Rose, why not just say I didn't fuck that girl and Johnson's crazy? To try to say, oh, you stink, you have a penis, you want to have threesomes with Amber and your husband. When anyone goes far off to the left in defense of someone saying, I think you fucked so-and-so, you probably fucked so-and-so, okay? Now, the bald-headed white lady, who we don't like, also responded.
I wasn't even gonna.
Again, we don't like her, okay? We don't care about her.
Address this stupid word, but I will now because it's been many, many years, and this bitch constantly bullies me because she knows I'm quiet, and that's why she underestimated me when I ran up on her. No, I did not sneak her. That girl watched me like this, walk up to her. She knew I was coming. She didn't know I was going to swing on her, but she knew I was coming. And let's be all the way clear. Joseline, you were trying to me the whole time at College Hill. And when I said that on Shannon Sharp's show, you had your lawyer send a cease and desist as if I was going to reiterate on the internet after that. I already said what the I said. Not only were you trying to me, you were trying to Parker Posey as well. And sorry, Parker.
I know Parker at home right now. Why the fuck am I in it? Why am I in it?
I love you, girl. But you was trying to. I wasn't even going to address either when you locked her out of her room. So if you want to really tell the truth, tell the whole truth, Joseline. You walked in there like you was running a prison, but nobody was with you. So sit there and lie about you not wanting to me because Quay was there, he heard it. Ray J was there, he heard it. Iman was there, he heard it. New York was there, she heard it. And all of production heard it as well.
So what y'all saying is, all y'all allow Joseline to sexually harass people on the show and BT covered it up? Because if she was trying to fuck Parker Posey, you know, who played Katie on Life and Kids. So yeah, if she was harassing that girl on the show, so no one stopped it. Y'all all knew what's happening, but no one spoke out about it. No one spoke out and said, "Hey, Jonathan, you shouldn't do that." Until now.
So try to play with me if you want to, because I will call Tracy Edmonds, and I will get the footage.
So Tracy knew too. So Tracy Edmonds knew about Jonathan trying to sexually harass and sleep with people on the cast. Production knew. The cast knew, and y'all let it happen. No one cared that was happening. You know what I'm saying? Because they made it seem like, girl, okay.
I'll figure it out, bitch. I have no reason to lie. I have never, ever lied on the internet, ever.
Bitch, you support Code 45. You are a liar. Okay? Bitch, you are a Code 45 supporter. So what that means is anything you say.
She is a goddamn liar. She is a motherfucking liar is what she is.
So miss me with the bullshit.
And that's when you started bullying me and say, why you talk white? Why you talk white? They didn't show all that on the show. They didn't show all that. You was going up to
You see Amber is using her black voice, okay, because she wants to be with the black delegation. To me, this is a ploy, okay. Nick Cannon, Ray J is trying to indoctrinate Amber Rose back into the black delegation algorithm. And why am I helping her? Because I can discuss it, okay. My point is, you're using your black voice now because the white folk don't fuck with you.
Mind you, this is BET. Most of the production was black, okay? She was going up to black producers, well-spoken either, American black producers, and saying, why you talk white? Why you talk white? And I'm like, girl, what? Are you okay? What the f is your problem? Mind you, your husband has a white mom. Your husband is biracial, Joseline. By the way, you're a real sick. You're sick. And why don't you tell Black Instagram and Black Twitter that you love Trump? Why don't you tell them that? Since we put it all out there, but you love Trump. We talked about it. You love Donald Trump, girl. So while everyone's trying to project all this to me that I don't identify with my black side, that's a lie.
Oh, now you like your black side.
This wanted me to deny my black mother. That's why I punched her in her mouth. Don't just you just want to be American black producer. You just want to be white. Why? Because I'm well spoken. I'm not black because I don't speak ignorantly. That's how you look at black people, Joseline. That's racist.
Hold on. We don't like Joseline. I mean, we don't like Amber Rose. We don't support Amber Rose. And anything out of Amber Rose's mouth.
Anybody that ever told you differently was a fat Faison liar.
Okay. Look. Amber is trying to get herself back on the black side. Okay. The check from Code 45 cleared. She ain't getting no more money from that man. Okay. She don't have anything else to stand on. Okay. So now she wants to team up and just put herself in the algorithm of aggravating black people. That's what it is. Fuck Amber Rose. Okay. We don't like her. Fuck her. Okay. Lastly, because I'm tired. Well, one, Brandy revealed in a new interview, supposedly, per Jab and Brand, that she's distancing herself from her brother Ray J. Why? Because Ray J is crazy. Okay. Ray J is a bit insane. Okay, so attention to their family is now a part of her public narrative as she addressed her current relationship with her brother Ray J in a candid new interview. Open up about things. Open up about where things stand. She made it clear there's currently space between them. Okay, this is right now. There are a few things that he's been doing in the public eye that I don't condone, and I just feel like loving him from afar right now is best for me and my peace. Ray J says things and does things that would cause any family member to say, yeah, I can't, yeah, I'm not inviting him. No, okay. She said, but my life with Ray and my connection with him is all throughout the book, and my love for him never wavers. I'm not surprised. Once your brother is threatening to booty rape people, you just have to go away. Just saying. Now, as far as reading her book, again, I have not read the book yet. I just got it today. Okay, just got the book today. I'm going to read it this weekend. But the piece that people picked up from the book was her confirming she did have a relationship with Wanya. It started when she was 16, he was 22, and how she felt. Now, I saw some folks saying, why now? This ain't no secret. I feel like, did we all suspect him and her had a relationship? Yes. Okay. It's not that it was a secret. I think the issue is back then they made it seem as if it was not until she was 18 that they were messing around. Her point is, it started before that. Okay, it's her confirming the rumors that have been on her whole life. And she said, I was too young to recognize I was being used. I was 16 years old, dealing with the infidelity of a grown man who I believe had pursued me, took my innocence, and was now revealing he'd not been faithful. What had begun as admiration had transformed into something else. It seems to me that he weaponized my admiration, shaped my friendship into dependence, and my respect into desire. It lacked the specialness I had painted in my mind because it wasn't about me at all. I may have been young, but I was wise enough to know I had been played, and that wasn't love. So another part that she mentioned in the book was how she just felt, just a little used. Okay, again, she was 16, he was 22. I feel like I want to get down to this part right here. Okay, Brandy admitted she had to hide her relationship with Wanya from her family due to the illicit nature of it. Okay, she later testified to how she felt after to have sex for the first time. Again, child, it wasn't what it was. I think her point was, sometimes people will make you feel special. Sometimes men will manipulate you to make you feel like this is something special. And in hindsight, they just want to fuck, So I think her trying, and again, at 16, you don't have the words to even express stuff sometimes. So my age was always been, at the end of the day, 16 is underage and 22 is an adult. And when I saw fucking Aniva bring up how, what's the fine line between a fast ass little girl versus a guy, I say there is no line. When you are the adult, when you are the older one, when you are 22, yes, you're young as well. However, even at 22, 16 is underage. We know it because you hid the relationship. When you sneak around and when it's kind of full-fledged open whatever, you're sticking it around for a reason. So I think her point as an adult is now saying she can now see how the little things he did to entice her or to endure her to want to be around him or whatever was a piece of the manipulation. And we should never make it seem like, well, because she was okay with it at 16 and it makes it okay. Because I said earlier, I was like, her being a 16-year-old child who is open to dating a 20-year-old does not mean the 22-year-old adult does not have to be responsible enough to say, no, you're too young. You are too young. For her point to kind of be about, she just felt like he just wanted to get with her because he wanted to get with her. Now an interview that he did a couple years ago, okay, on the Breakfast Club, and they discussed it.
And you had a celebrity relationship. Were you the only one that was ever involved with a celebrity?
Who was he dating? Wanya was banging Brandy.
Brandy. He left you lonely, brokenhearted.
No, I didn't actually leave alone.
He was teaching Reggae how to do videos.
And the fact they're all up there laughing about it, oh, yeah, he was fucking Brandy. It's like, y'all, but she was 16.
You told Brandy how to do the same.
That's why they called you Squirt.
That's what I was thinking. I mean, Brandy even said in her behind the music that you broke her heart because you fell in love with somebody else.
I mean, you only fall in love with somebody. You only fall out of love with somebody else if somebody makes you fall out of love. You know, so if that was the situation, if that's what she said, then
That's political. I like that.
I can't contest to her view about it. I can just only live by my view.
Revolt.
And even him admitting, yeah, we was in a relationship, child was messing around. And she feel like I broke her heart, I guess so. But it's like,
Revolt.
They were saying she was really young when y'all dated.
Yeah, she was. Not that young. Not
Yeah.
not jailbait. No,
that's
what I'm saying.
oh, she wasn't jailbait. She was only 16. It's not jail. That's illegal.
That's why.
And you had a celebrity.
Why I stopped it. Hold on. But that's why I stopped it and said that she wasn't that young, because I don't want y'all to think Boyz II Men was young.
She was 16.
I was young too.
She said she was 15 and she had to keep it a secret because she was so young.
See, we did the thing. We did the thing when she was like 16, 17, around that time,
You was so you were still a boy too.
I wasn't old. I wasn't
yet.
like 38 years old. No.
I wasn't 38. I was 22. Either way it go. She was sick. I'm like, it's so weird that the adults not saying, you know what, in hindsight, that was wrong. At the time, I didn't think about it. At the time, but for everyone acknowledging she was a teenager and he's older than her, is because how old is Wanya? He's 52 and Brandy is 47. So 5 years. So if she was 16, 15, 19, so okay. So again, 5 years difference. Okay. It's still weird. It's still weird because again, when I was 21, I didn't want a teenager. When I was 20. You know what I'm saying? I did not want a teenager. When you are the adult, you're out of high school, you can be in college, and your girlfriend is in high school. It's wrong. Yes, it happened a lot. I've said before, I was 17. I had turned 17 and was dating and having a relationship with a 30-year-old man. And at 44, I now fully like, yeah, the 30-year-old man was dead ass wrong. Even though I was 17. And I still believe if she was 16 and he's 22, then it's wrong.
I was old enough to, she was old enough to get it.
Okay. But was it legal in the state y'all was in?
I mean, we was always in different states. We was on
So when someone say, yeah, for him to say, oh, well, she was old enough to get it. Yeah, but was it legal? For his response to be, but we was in different states. And which means y'all know it was illegal. And they were up there joking and ha-ha-haing about it as if a 44-year-old woman coming forward saying, thinking back to my teenage years, this relationship was wrong. How I was made to feel was wrong. Period. Once you get older, you realize, damn, that's crazy. Because me as an adult, I would not do that. I would not be involved in that because I can't. So you as a teenager, you think, oh, he liked me, I'm cute, I'm special, because the older guy liked me. In our young, immature brains, we think it is a plus that some grown man, and again, 22 is grown. It's not 32. It's still legally grown. It's old enough for you to know if you get caught with a 10-year-old girl, you will go to jail. Period. And her saying, we hid it from our parents because they knew it was wrong. He did too. And the whole, she was old enough to get it is insane to say. There are many young women, there are many adult women who have a story about the grown men who like them and who they dealt with. And now as adults, we realize how crazy that is. And it just aggravates me how some men like to make excuses for it. Oh, she was fast. Oh, he wasn't that old. But my parents were pissed off when they found out after the fact I dealt with this 30-year-old guy who knew I was a high schooler because me and his sister went the same, we were both in high school. So he knew how old I was. He knew I had just turned 17. You know what I'm saying? But child, I just need people to stop making fun of and making light of women expressing their trauma when they're able to find the words about it. You know what I'm saying? She, people say, "Wow, what happened?" And she's now telling y'all what happened, and then it's always a joke. Because I post about it on TikTok, and someone said, "Well, did she discuss her Shina Mace?" I don't know yet, bitch. I don't know. But what does her Shina Mace have to do with what happened between her and Wanya? And her saying, "I felt like I was groomed by him to think we had something special, and that really wasn't what it was. He wanted to fuck. He wanted to get with me." You know what I'm saying? Well, no, I this is the thing. This isn't even about her parents. Because if her parents assumed they're working together, he's an artist, she's an artist. And if they're denying they messing around, we can't blame the parents. And if the story became, once she became 18, it's cool. The reason that song Broken Hearted took off was because we felt like, well, they messing around. I feel like they messing around. But they say, well, no, we're not doing anything. We're just hanging them. And you then have the guys, Mom, we're making music. Mom, we're making music. Okay. It's a catch-22. But in any industry, people can be coerced into relationships. It's not only in Hollywood. We hear about people who work at the damn Walmart. Okay, the fucking Walmart manager fucking on the teenage workers. You know what I'm saying? So parents all over the world, no matter where they live, work, or what they do, there are predators everywhere. There are grown men who look at younger girls, and if they want to get with them, they do. So I don't want to make it seem as if, you have to watch your child in Hollywood. You have to watch your child everywhere. Around family, around strangers, at the job, at the church, okay, at the pool, at Foot Locker. There is no place that's more susceptible to your child being more open to or more they're around more people who may try to get at them. You know what I'm saying? Because it can happen anywhere. We hear horror stories daily. And we hear more women, who now, as we're older, more mature, and more we can express ourselves more, say what happened to us as we were young. Even women who don't know, oh, that was date rape. You think, oh, I was dating a guy, I went on a date with a guy or whatever, and I didn't really want to have sex. But we had, you know what I'm saying? You don't even notice at your younger age that's considered rape because you didn't consent to it. but you went along with it because you didn't want to say no. You know what I'm saying? So there are many things that, you know, I don't think we can all. Now, if Brandy said, "Hey, my parents dropped me off at Wanya house, and it's just me and him," and that's different. But if y'all at the studio and there's all these people or whatever, and you're actually working on music, that's the business. You don't drop your child off to work at the church chicken, you know, and they're at work with the manager. You don't know that when the fries are being cooked, he's, you know, doing whatever. You know what I'm saying? So my point is it can happen anywhere. And to me, you know, yes, you do hope that parents can kind of pick up on clues. But, you know, when your child says nothing's happening and you haven't seen anything, you know, we're not psychic. Kids lie. You know, we teenagers, we lie. And you try to trust people enough, you know, for your child to learn lessons or whatever. But I don't think Brandy, Mama, and them left her to be taken down by Wanya. You know what I'm saying? At all. We never heard any crazy stories about Wanya until, you know, kind of recently, you know, the last 2 years. We've heard things about Boyz II Men because we didn't know about that stuff back then. You know, there was no social media, whatever. This is all kind of new, you know. So I'm happy she's, you know, speaking about it. To me, he don't need to have a rebuttal. He may say, well, I felt like he was even killed. Because at the end of the day, she was 16. At the end of the day, he was 22. That's just the math. The numbers don't lie. And we need to stop putting more blame, more responsibilities on the underage person who liked it, who went along with it, versus the 22-year-old man who knew the 16-year-old girl was underage and still fucked around with her. Just saying. Anyway, y'all, guess what? We are done. We are done for the day. I hope y'all enjoyed all the little chit chat out of the week. Look, technically we not. It's 2 hours and 57 minutes. We have not hit the 3-hour mark. Okay, but I'm tired. I gotta go to bed. I hope y'all enjoy it. Please make sure to like the video, and you know that you're subscribed and all that good stuff. You know, comment in the comment section if you're watching live or if you're watching replay. I appreciate y'all and stuff. Okay, if stuff happens tomorrow, I'll come around here and we'll have a good old little chit chat, y'all. If not, I will see y'all on Friday for Friday night live chats. Okay, but yeah, please like, comment, share, subscribe, and all that goodness. Okay, thank y'all for tuning in tonight. Okay, I appreciate y'all. A good time was always had in the corner, even for them 3 hours. Why am I always at 3 hours? I'll be trying to go to bed, okay? But I love y'all. Be good, be safe. Until tomorrow. Bye.